Good morning, General Chat. Today is Monday, March 30th. I have two very special guests. And I am quoting one of my favorite podcasters, one of my biggest influences, the great Christopher Roberts, the balanced nose grind master. He could also balance a fakey grind, or fakey 5-0, switch nose grind, whatever you want to call that one. But he's also a big inspiration for my podcasting. And today we are podcasting from the 9 Club Discord server. I have with me two special guests, two athletes from the Discord Wars. What are the Discord Wars, you ask? The Discord Wars are a 32-athlete international online game of skate tournament, where the winner of the tournament takes home about $250 worth of Dogecoin, allegedly, and, as confirmed by Joa Field, 1 weekend stay in beautiful Santa Ana, California, possibly in Hayden's room. So, in the first round, we had our two guests, Petebot and Matt Pichard, matching up against each other. And I'd like you guys to say hello to the listeners, say hello to the watchers on the YouTube app. Introduce yourselves, please.
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
There we go.
I'm Petebot.
Petebot and Matt, both back on the podcast again. You guys have both been guests on the Good Morning General Chat podcast in the past. So welcome back to I would say the stage, but we're not on a stage. We're on a voice chat.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. I like the enthusiasm. So, coming into the match, did you guys have odds? Did you get the odds from Gabe on how he was seeing, how he perceived this match to end up?
No,
I didn't know there were odds being made. But I would have guessed they were in Matt's favor.
So did either of you do any training or special practicing, set up a new board? What, Matt, why don't you talk me through what you were thinking about on that fateful day of your matchup against Petebot?
it's pretty funny. I don't skate very much flat. I probably don't care enough about flat. If you pay attention to my skating, I really don't flip my board that much. But this had me so in my head about my flat ground that I went through like a board madness like the month leading up to it. And then I fucking, for whatever reason, got like a girl twin nose the weekend before the match was supposed to be. And I hated it so fucking much. And then like just fully spurged out and like found a board under my bed and set it up that morning, like right before the match.
Oh, wow. What board was it?
It was an old, I don't know if you know corporate skateboards.
I'm not familiar with that brand. Are you, Petebot?
I could not say that I am.
It was that company, like there was a Jenkum video about him. Is this dude Reggie Colvin that ran it, but he used to have like Luke Blovat on the team.
Okay. Well, speaking of that reminds me, speaking of corporate skateboards, that reminds me it's time to check in with our sponsor of today's podcast. And today we are sponsored by, a familiar face looking at me from the ad read. Here we go. Today's podcast is brought to you by Chick and Hawk Family Restaurant. Good peeps and local eats. Renowned chef Andrew Bachelor of Campfire June A. Jolie, Atelier Mana, and skateboarding legend Tony Hawk have brought their vision to life with Chick and Hawk. A chance meeting in 2020 sparked an unlikely friendship between Bachelor and Hawk, revealing a shared passion for food, for culture, and for community. After months of dreaming and exciting pop-ups throughout North County, San Diego, Chick and Hawk has officially taken flight in the historic Fulano's building in Lusadia. Inspired by the vibrant colors and nostalgic spirit of the 90s, Chick and Hawk embraces the gritty, artistic expression of skate culture while delivering uncompromising quality in food and drink. Their kitchen's offerings are centered around crispy hot fried chicken, anchored by their signature sandwich. Can anyone guess what the signature sandwich is?
The 900.
It's called the Birdman. The Birdman is the perfect bite. Features a fried chicken thigh, sweet and spicy pickles, kimchi, with comeback sauce, and tangy slaw on a potato brioche bun. In a nod to Tony's legendary feats, the spice levels are offered at 180, 360, 720, and the hottest at, say it with me, guys, 900.
900.
Chicken Hawk proudly utilizes local farms and cooks exclusively without seed oils, emphasizing the use of the highest quality ingredients available, preparing the majority of their components from scratch every day. Beyond the perfect bites of chicken, guests can explore splashes of local seafood, an adventurous cocktail program, unique brews, and a selection of thoughtful, low-intervention sparkling wines from around the world. Chick and Hawk is more than a restaurant. It's a celebration of our town's unique spirit, culinary craftsmanship, and culture. They grew up with it, and love. Come experience it for yourself. All right, now back to the meat and the potatoes of this audio meal or experience. So, Pete, looking into this, what were your thoughts? Did you do anything different?
I did not. I was skating the same board that I set up like in October, November last year. So I just kind of went into it, and I knew my flat ground tricks that I had. I wasn't trying to really learn anything new or nothing. So, I figured Matt was gonna have like nollie, switch heel, and I know I can't do those. So that's where I was expecting to lose. But
So
it
who
was a
won?
pretty even match game, I think.
Yeah, and who
Yeah,
won?
we did good.
Who won the rock paper scissors?
I can't even remember. Maybe it was me.
I think Pete did, yeah. Because I remember I was like dreading the kickflip and just so afraid of whiffing it, and then I was actually very pleased with the kickflip I did.
And on quite the contrary, I was very displeased with my kickflip. It was, rocket and just bad kickflip. But I did it. So that kind of helped me get the nerves out of the way,
Do you want to? One of you guys want to take us through the match?
Fuck, I wish I could remember all of it.
Yeah, I mean, I know it was like, I think kickflip, maybe front shove, maybe missed a fakie front shove, then, I think Matt was ripping a heel flip, and I'm trying to remember what I got caught on.
I know I fucking whiffed my nollie pop shove it. And
That's a memorable moment. I think didn't you miss fakie kickflip too?
I think so, yeah, but then I got the fakie varial flip.
And the half cab flip.
And the half cab flip. No, the half cab flip, that's what happened. I landed primo and was on my ass.
Oh, because, I remember, like, you missed half cab flip. I missed half cab heel. You missed fakie flip. I missed fakie heel. So that's where I was like, oh, this is, tit for tat over here.
Yeah, which Dumb Data accused me of exploiting fakie heel, and I don't agree with that.
You can't. Yeah, don't listen to him. Fakie heel is a very valid trick.
If I was exploiting it, I would have also done the fakie front heel like immediately after.
That would have changed the whole course of the game. But
we played a gentleman's game.
We did. We definitely did. I was very I wasn't proud of my pop. I had no pop that day, so all my shit was just kind of flopping on the ground. But it still counts. So
you did them. And then I learned nollie varial flips as a result the next day. So thank you for
So
that.
that's a nice trick. An ollie varial. It's a good feeling trick. Shout out Mike Carroll. Shout out Wade DeSarmo. I think Wade DeSarmo is the one that
It's always nice
did
to
that one in the line.
it's always nice to like learn a new trick after a game of skate. That's one of the things that, and especially Matt, you saying that you kind of don't really focus on flat ground. That is one of the things that happens oftentimes. Is it kind of does hype you up to really, put something down, get something that you didn't realize how easy, not how easy it was, but sometimes tricks just don't feel like you can really do them, right?
Yeah.
You just feel like you're
Definitely.
not, like, oh, I'm not a varial heel flip guy. And then all of a sudden you get close to it and you go, oh, wait, maybe I can be a varial heel flip guy if I just try it like 50 times.
Yeah, and on top of that, just in general, being in this bracket, I've been playing skate with my friends way more and realizing that it's actually really fun to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always have a couple of good games going at the park throughout the day. So I was hopping in and, just trying to dial in my regular tricks. I was just happy that I landed a tray flip. And that's all. I could have lost the game, but I would have won myself if, knowing I got that tray flip.
On top of added pressure, I don't know if this affected you at all, Pete, but knowing that if you won, you had to play Joa.
In the moment when we were playing, that was not on my mind. But as soon as the game was over and I won, I was like, oh shit, I got to get some bullshit ready. And I've been working on some bullshit, so.
Good. That's the one thing, are you guys familiar with Ash in the Discord?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
I've been looking at a lot of his tricks lately.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, he's got a pretty deep bag of tricks, and he does a lot of them pretty consistently, and they're not the types of tricks that I think people can necessarily do, but I've been practicing a few of them. And
I was actually at the park yesterday on my board Primo, trying to Primo flip out.
Yeah.
Freestyle shit. It's hard. It's a different world of skating.
It is. Yeah. So I don't know. Well, I don't know if those type of tricks are gonna what the judges will say. But
well, I'm not bringing that out. That's.
Oh, you're gonna go with just classic core tricks when you battle.
Well, I got my classic core tricks, but I wouldn't call my bullshit tricks like freestyle, type shit. It's like some middle school, old school kick flip type shit, like roll the board on the ground.
I don't know, Petebot. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see it with my eyes, aren't I?
Yes, you are. I mean, shit. If Lunatic and who was it? They were the Monarch. They were doing boneless 360. I would imagine no comply
about that.
What was that?
I said the public seemed upset about that.
Yeah, that was,
But let's remind you, the public is not the referee, are they?
This is true. Although, sometimes I think the chat should be taken into account when it comes to redos or.
Yeah, we all think a lot of things, don't we?
Yeah.
And then the reality of the situation, just pulls you into focus.
Yeah, if I got to do a no comply, I'll swing one on Joa, but I'm sure he's got no complies on his side.
It would be interesting. I mean, the rules are pretty relaxed in the Discord wars. There's no right? I mean, is there any rules?
Not that I've seen. There's no written piece of paper like the barracks.
I've heard nothing official.
I think the battle at the barracks has kind of put like a unspoken standard sort of across like the world as far as how a game of skate should be played, and I think we need to start moving away from that.
Well, I hope Petebot keeps that in the back of his mind when he goes up against arguably the best flat ground skater in the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets that first, if he wins the Rochambeau, then I'm in for a world of hurt probably.
Yeah, but also, you know, he gets
But I
cocky.
gotta keep my head up.
He gets cocky. He gets sloppy.
It's true. It's
You
true.
can.
And you know, maybe being on the phone for this match, maybe that'll throw him off a little bit. You know, when he played Slayer, he was in person.
Yeah.
You know, I'm already
He was able to see the fear in his eyes.
Yeah.
There's
you know,
there's a lot of variables that go into these matches. That's what I've been noticing as I watch each one. I mean, to talk about the Lunatic and the Monarch one, I think I genuinely saved Monarch at least 2 or 3 letters by just talking to Lunatic while he was skating.
Yeah, that was really fucking him up. Was because he had his AirPods in or whatever.
So you noticed that, right?
I did. I told him.
while he was playing.
Yeah, I told him to take them off. I said, take off the AirPods, dude. Just.
I even brought one of his little Dunions from the other Discord and brought him into the chat, and that kid was like boneheadedly like trying to like encourage him, and I think that was also psyching him out.
Yeah.
So there's definitely ways to play the I think your level of comfort within the Discord can certainly help and give you a bit of like a home field advantage. And so just keep that in mind when you're playing Joa, because he does not spend much time in the Discord. He still thinks of it as his Discord, and you know, the audience will probably be on your side, Pete. They'll be ready to remind Joa whose Discord it really is.
Yeah.
My plan is to do my game of skate shirtless so I can mog him on my ripped body.
Yeah.
Hopefully that gets inside his head.
You know, I think everybody loves a little bit of skin. Shirts versus skins. So you know that way no one will get confused. We'll always know who's who.
Yeah, for sure. Because you know, it's another glasses match. Me and Matt we were the battle of the glasses, and looks like it's keeping that trend now.
Well, I hope you beat him, because you know who you'll face after that?
Is it you or Neo?
Well, yeah, it's going to be me.
It's going to be him.
So,
it's going to be you.
It's going to be me, Matt. It's going to be me, Pete. So I'd much rather play you than Joa. So
yeah, I'm gonna keep that in mind too when I'm playing. I got to win for Sloan.
Yeah. Oh gosh, have you guys set a match time yet?
No, we were supposed to play like a couple weeks ago, but I got my knee got rocked on that session, and then I was coming down with a sinus infection that I'm just now getting over. So hopefully within the next week or two, we'll be able to get a match, and I'll be clear-headed.
I think we'll all be tuning in on that. I mean, you're gonna have all eyes.
That's what's gonna psych me out. Is I think me and Matt only had like 11 people or something like watching us. Like it wasn't a big crowd like Dumb Data versus Push Planks. That was like 65 people or something.
Yeah, Dumb Data gets the views. Dumb Data gets the views.
Yeah. I think having Joe on there, that might bring a lot more attention to the game, and that might be my psych factor.
Yeah, you can handle it though.
Yeah, I wasn't even looking at the screen. I was just like kind of listening to what the trick was like.
Keeping your head in the game, calm, cool, and collective.
That's right.
All right. Well, I think we've said what we need to say, and also I do want to remind the listeners that Matt does have a new video part out. Matt, do you want to tell the listeners where they can watch that?
Yeah, it's on ThrasherMagazine.com, SkateJohn.com, and Classic Skate Shop's YouTube channel. Just search my name and Classic Skate Shop.
You want to spell your name for everybody?
Excellent part. Excellent part, Matt.
Mattpicard. Thank you, Pete.
Yeah, it was a good one. I'll be watching that again very soon. All right, everybody. Any last words from either of the athletes?
No, it was a good match. I
Um,
enjoyed playing.
It was good. It was good. I felt, I don't want to talk ourselves up, but I felt like that was, one of the more entertaining, even, like I said, even matched up games. So
It's
it's a shame only 11 people were watching.
It was a true battle, and I cannot wait till that video is uploaded to the internet so we can all enjoy it.
Yeah.
And
I'll be looking forward to that.
there's one more important question that I don't want to forget to ask you guys. When you're ordering your Birdman sandwich, what spice level do you prefer?
I'm a 720.
I probably, holy shit. I'm going 180. I'm not a spice guy. I got that acid reflux, so.
Okay, a 180,
gotta-
and we'll take a 180 and two 720s, please. All right, great.
And the duck fat fries.
Ooh, tasty. Do they have those?
I believe, it's funny. I actually just watched the Dern Bros video on them going to Chicken Hawk, and they said that the duck fat fries are must get.
There we go. Duck fat fries with the Birdman. All right, Petebot, Matt, thank you so much for joining us on the Good Morning General Chat podcast. I'll see you guys in the Discord. And Petebot, I hope to see you in the Discord Wars. All right,
Yes, sir. I'll be ready.
Put them in the books.